Howdy. Welcome, 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 welcome to my basement. Hello, hello. Look at this guy wearing the Terminator glasses. And no joke, you literally have to. There's just something about BB guns, target shooting, they come straight back at your face every time. BBs are so bouncy, it's just like every time you get hit with them. But anyway, if you're new here, welcome. Safety first. So I tried a little unboxing 2.0. Have a little look at this here H&K replica mp5. Ultra realistic. So much so that people train with it in certain environments because it is completely identical in every way to the real deal. In action, form, weight, the whole 9 yards. The way it functions. Actually, don't have a camera on this side, but we'll try something different here. Get some better lighting. I just loaded a clip and I got 42 in there, actually. It does say 40 round clip. But yeah, I got 42 in it. I don't know if my BBs are a little small. Now, as it stands right now, they will not ship this in New York State. And it's, thanks New York, you're the best. You can't even get Airsoft. You can't even get Nintendo Wii shooters. I don't know, I'm gonna call them a gun, whatever those Nintendo Wii electronic things are for duck hunt and stuff. They won't ship them. You cannot get it in New York. Let's see. Sorry, this item cannot be shipped to your location. It didn't. Even like a revolver, it's like, what? Or one of those bright orange tipped. I'm sure you probably can't even see any of this I'm doing right now. Airsoft rifles. Where'd it go? I just seen one. Right here. They're expensive. It's like as much as a regular gun. Airsoft rifles, $300-400. Airsoft. Sorry, this cannot be shipped. Let me try something. This is the Nintendo Wii. This cannot be shipped. Do you believe that? Can you believe it? No way. You gotta be faking it. Oh, that it's loud. I remember that one was banned for a while too. Yeah. Look at that thing. Sorry, cannot ship to your area. So, as far as BB guns go, it is very select, hit and miss. There's a very limited style and type that you can get. I believe semi-automatics are the ones you'd be able to get break barrel in single shot types, so kind of springers and all that, or PCPs. Of course, $1,000 one. They're not going to limit you. They're not going to give you we won't ship that to your location with $1,000 one. So anyway, about the old HK. Yeah, which is technically now $110 plus tax and not available in New York State. Thanks, New York. I got in luck early, bought a bunch of stuff. I bought maybe 5 or 6 different models that you can no longer get shipped to New York. So it is extremely realistic. I do know from experience. One thing about this is really no way to mount an optic. There is some adapters that are out there, but I don't know how good they are, and I do know this is an issue. This is going to be in your way with any optic you put on here. This is a gigantic ring, so anything that's here, this is going to be in the way of it, blocking your view. It does have a traditional sight, adjustable, and it's just like the real one. What else? Yeah, I tried to mount all different kinds of stuff. I could not get any optic to mount on this. Safe fire. This is semi-auto. Every time you pull the trigger, bang, 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 you get one. It's CO2. This is how you would cock it. I don't think it will shoot if it's locked open like that. But you would put the clip in until it clicks, and then put one in the chamber by cocking this, and that's going to get the party started with getting one in. What else? I don't know. I do enjoy playing with this one, shooting it. I'm trying to avoid saying certain words that are hotspot trouble words, like gun, shooting, semi-automatic. Yeah, it's a real safe, just like a real one. Totally disengages the entire trigger. Oh, what else? I don't know. A lot of stuff. I don't understand this. This comes off for some reason. I forgot how I did it. I don't know. I don't know why. If maybe that's to get this ring off of here, but then you're going to lose a bunch of stability. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this deal is with that. I researched it on the internet. I could not find it with the real one or this one. But let's have a look-see at the old boxaroo, boxski. All this information 400 feet per second, which is on the lower side, but I see more and more companies dropping their velocity. For the longest time, it still is. The higher the number, the better it is, so to speak. But with Canada, I think they have a rule that like 450 or more is considered a deadly weapon. So one time I tried to cross the border and had a BB gun that I forgot was in my pickup truck. And God, they raise hell and read me the riot act. But they told me that they took it and back and tested it. And thank goodness I got it from my father. And it was broken, of course. It didn't even work. And it was just like junk. It was junk. It was worth $2. Didn't work. And the Canadian bridge customs guys, they came running at me with their guns pointed at me and everything. Jesus. But after sitting there for like an hour and a half, they said, oh, we tested it and we only got 400 feet per second. You're lucky. But I think they were lying about that. Unless they fiddled with it, got the thing to work, which I doubt. I think they're making it up. But I do know, yeah, that's one thing with Canada, 450 or more, they've been funny about it. And that's pretty much all of them, even low end. Generally is more than that, more than 400. Your Springers and single brake barrel, single shots, you're pushing 7,000-8,000 feet per second. And you don't want to get into PCPs, those things really scream. But the ones where you pump a tank, it has a built-in tank and you could refill it off of scuba tanks and get repeatable shots without having to cock it. or pump it or anything like that. There's even a bicycle style pump, which you gotta probably pump your brains out, but I've never had one of those. I have never had one. You know, some of my friends are into those higher end, they're higher end, expensive, and they can be finicky too. But I just didn't get into it. You want to ideally get a compressor if you get one of those, and not just any compressor. It has to be a compressor for filling scuba tanks, which is like pretty expensive. What else? It's stuck in. I mean, it does sound nice and all, the PCP, you know, not having to cock it every shot. And you can adjust it. I think you can shoot the whole tank off in like 1 or 2 shots, or crank it down and get, 20 shots out of it, from what I've been told. What else? I like the Springers, the single shot, there's break barrel type that you cock it by breaking the whole barrel, and they got some power. They're super powerful. Pretty cheap. You can still get them sent in New York from Amazon. I think I have 3 or 4 of them, maybe even 5, and I do like them. They're reliable. They're very hard on optics because of the amount of recoil. It's like it kicks as much as a real firearm, and they say because it's a different kick, the spring it's a big heavy spring in there. It messes up optics, and I've noticed that putting anything digital or laser or electronic will not last. It will just destroy itself within 5, 6, 10 shots. It'll stop working. And even regular scope, if it doesn't have the good pin that most of your BB gun scopes have, this locating pin to keep the recoil from shifting the scope around every shot, it locks it in there in a 3rd axis, maybe 2nd, no 3rd, maybe 4th, but it's just a pin that a lot of BB guns have a hole that pin will fit into perfectly, and it will hold your scope on there super tightly. Jazz. This is a real junky Gamma scope. It's like a toy. It came with a break barrel, cheap, lower end BB gun. But this has the locating pin on there, which you will not see very often on regular firearms, but you'll see it quite a bit on pellet rifles, BB guns. Because those Springers, the recoil is just obnoxious, and it shifts your zero and messes up electronic scopes. What else? Yep, uses CO2. It's kind of weird how it loaded. I haven't done it in a while. You push these pins out. I believe you can get away with just doing 1 pin. You can leave the top pin in, still do this. Should I oil it? This thing's, it held a CO2, which there's one in there now. It's been active for like 6 months. I hate to waste it, but I'm gonna, to show you how it works. Brace yourself. Maybe they do both have to come out. Should have shot it up first, I wasn't thinking. Yeah, maybe jump a little. Yeah, it's kind of a unique load design. See if I even have any cartridges left. Yay. Man, I gave a whole box of these to my UPS driver. God, I regret doing that. It's a box of 50 of them too, and they're the good ones. I kept the shit ones. It's amazing. So yeah, you just slide it right in there. I swear last time I did this, I didn't have to take the whole thing apart like that. Start with the top. Sure there's a right way or the wrong way of doing this. You know me. Wrong way or right. Oop, I just wasted the whole thing. That was not the right way of doing it. Why are you going in? I haven't used it in so long, I forgot how. Real nice bonehead. Get a little rough with her. Should oil it. Probably breaking it right now. There it goes. What else? Double action only. I really don't think it is. I don't know why they say that. It does not feel like a true double action trigger. I don't know what's up with that. Fixed front and rear, but I don't believe they are fixed. They are adjustable. Smooth bore, which I did notice. So when you shoot at a trap, ones that are rifled, you'll hear the BB spinning in that trap for a few seconds after you shoot. And it'll be buzzing around 100 miles an hour in there for a couple seconds, and that won't happen with the smooth bore. They're less accurate. I don't know why they would go with smooth bore, probably just to save money on having to bore it out. Distance 325 yards, that's pretty significant. 40 round magazine, 400 feet per second. Do not brandish or display this air gun in public. It may confuse people, it may be a crime. Police and others may think it is a firearm. Do not change your colorations or markings to make it look more realistic. That is dangerous and may be a crime. You and others should always wear shooting glasses, definitely. Read all instructions, yes. Follow all the laws, yes. Yeah, safety glasses are a must. With any pellet gun, BB gun, especially the semi-autos and the full autos, you are guaranteed to catch a couple in the head. Guaranteed. I don't know what possessed me to do another unboxing, because I just found this box in my garage after like a year. Could let a few fly. Nothing wrong with that. A little basement fun. This is a nice higher end Diana Chaser. Shoots 22 pellets, a little bit bigger than normal. Made a little homemade hush puppy for it, which with pellet guns and BB guns is totally allowed. So don't worry about getting in trouble for that. If it's just a pellet gun or BB gun, go for it. I'll do a couple with, a couple without. You'll hear the difference. I've always wanted to put some type of optic on here. It's really designed for one. It doesn't have even a rear sight. I have nothing that has the eye relief for a pistol. You know, rifle scopes, you gotta be just the right distance away. With pistols, you have to have something a little different. Let's concentrate on the task at hand first. There, Mr. ADHD. Sometimes you should, pretty much every time, put a drop of oil, real small drop, on the end of the cylinder. I forgot to do that. And a tiny little drop on the BB. Click. Cockaroo. Should be good to go. Let's set you up in a spot down here. See a little better. Alright, switch out that target there. Don't mind my dryer. Alright, let's see if we can save a hostage even without my glasses on. I should go put my glasses on. I can't even see if that was a hit. It didn't sound like it. I don't think anything came out. Unfortunately, I've been out of BBs for the longest time, like a year and a half. So I've been reusing them, which is a terrible idea, because they get bent and dented and rusty and swell up. As soon as they rust, they don't cycle anymore. They instantly swell and they won't function. They'll jam. You have jams with them. It sound, I don't know. Sounded like it. Going real good. I don't think it's working. What the hell? Son of a bitch. It's definitely these old 10-time round misshapen BBs. There, one came out. I'm gonna have to try and get some new ones. I'm gonna go into this with I was aiming at the wrong thing. I should have my glasses on. With the other BB guns, that trying to use a rusty BB, it get jams it every time. There's pretty tight tolerances on a BB gun. Pellets, that's not really an issue. Can't reuse a pellet at all. But BBs, run around with my little magnet and keep reusing them until they don't work anymore, which in this case they've all been reused about 100 times. I see a bunch that are dented, a bunch that are rusted. As soon as the immediate first second they start to rust, they swell up to big enough to not cycle and function correctly. Because the tolerances are surprisingly tight. 22 cal. My little Daisy aim point that I just knocked off the center. The only drawback is that I always leave them on and kill the battery every single time. So I like the rechargeable ones. If you ever had a choice, I personally rather have rechargeable than battery powered, just because of that reason. This was with the Hush puppy. I don't know. I think it might have been quieter without it. No, I don't know. You can sort of hear the difference. This cartridge is almost dust. Yeah, I can hear it. Definitely. Just gonna make another one a little bit beefier, a little bit bigger. Anyway, thanks for reliving my inner 12-year-old with me. Yeah, if you're in the market, can't really get it on Amazon anymore, but it definitely is nice. I like it. Looks good on the wall too. Anyway, thanks for checking it out. Be safe. Wear your safety glasses. Have a good day. Bye.